Reducing crime by reducing recidivism. That is the mission of Alabama's newly formed statewide reentry task force. Today, leaders from across the state met at the Capitol to discuss how to support formerly incarcerated individuals as they reenter society. Fox 20's Philip Green was at the State House this afternoon and joins us now with more. Philip?
Jim, the task force is taking a new approach, focusing less on new legislation and more on making sure existing programs actually work. And today, leaders stressed the need to build on what's already in place and scale up what's been successful. Leaders say the answers to Alabama's recidivism problem aren't in new laws. They're in better execution of existing programs. From mental health services to drug treatment and job training, the resources are already there. But officials say they need to be fully funded, fully used, and better coordinated. Alabama Bureau of Pardons and Paroles Director Cam Ward says that shift in focus could make all the difference.
In my opinion, the tools are already in place. We fund those tools, but we also fully implement those tools, fund those programs, dig down and focus more. Sometimes we think we got to pass a bunch of new laws to address reentry, and in reality, the idea is support the programs you have, enhance those programs, make sure we're getting adequate drug treatment, adequate mental health treatment, and we have a private sector that's more than willing to do job training. Work with that, push that, increase that. That by itself goes a long way to reducing recidivism.
Ward also pointed to the PrEP Center in Perry County as a model for what works. More than 400 individuals have graduated from the program and none have returned to prison. The task force now hopes to expand that success statewide while pushing for better collaboration between agencies to meet the individual needs of those re-entering society.
How do we increase programs like the PrEP Center in Perry County? We're gonna have over 400 graduates. None have ever gone back to prison or committed a crime or been arrested again. That should be everybody's goal in Alabama. We should all want that, whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, that's everyone's goal. And so I think that's our goal going forward, is how do we replicate programs, but also how do we collaborate among agencies to share information so that we get a full picture of what someone really looks like. What's their full picture? Do they have a drug problem? Do they have a mental health issue? You know, is there something else we're not seeing so that we can adequately address that issue to make sure they don't commit a crime again?
Now, Alabama's recidivism rate is currently at 29%, and Ward says he'd like to get that number under 15% by the end of this decade. Reporting live in Montgomery, Philip Green, Fox 20 News.